start with Nick Kelly over here.
Hey, Terrion. I want to ask you about Isaiah Bond. I don't know if you saw that hit he had where he knocked the guy over after catching a pass. You have to go against him in practice. What would you say the mindset you see from him or the physicality you see from him? Because we all know about his speed, but what have you seen from the physicality?
Isaiah is a different breed, I would say. His speed is uncontrollable, and he really has the ability to take the top off of defenses. And really in practice, like iron sharpening iron. We've had a couple pushing and shoving matches in practice, and I credit that to how he looks at the game. I feel like with us roughing him up and really going at it in practice, the games are easy for him.
In the back with Ryan.
I know every game's exciting, but obviously this one, college game day here. What's the excitement level in the locker room right now? I know this is why you come to Alabama, right?
Ultimately, like I would say, it's just another game. Obviously, we're keeping our poise. We have a great matchup in Texas. They're a very great team. It's going to be a great atmosphere, but that's why you come to Alabama. Every game is the same. No one's above anybody, so we're going to treat it just like another game.
Left with Steven.
Terrion, what did you come away from Caleb Downs' performance? How do you think he played out there first day as a freshman?
I think Caleb played very, very well, and ultimately, like I credit that to how he came in, very poised, carries himself like an upperclassman, and I would say like it was just another game for him too.
Up front with Tony.
What do you remember from this game last year, your performance against Texas?
I remember it being hot, cleats were melting, the atmosphere, the fans, they did a really great job of kind of making the atmosphere very shaky. Ultimately, like we had a lot of penalties on defense, and I feel like with us preparing and stuff, we have to do a better job of making practice tougher for ourselves. So I mean, ultimately the atmosphere, like it was a very difficult atmosphere. So we need our fans to come in and make it a difficult atmosphere for them too.
On the left with Joe.
Jaron, how much more confidence do you feel playing corner after having experience? And then specifically, how much more confident are you in communication with the adjustments that need to be made with the Texas offense?
Going into my third year, I feel very, very comfortable with Sharp, and he's a genius. Obviously, he's been here, and he knows our defense very well, so we had to do a good job of communicating. And I feel like with my teammates building a bond during the off season and really just growing and knowing how they are, like we do a better job of communicating. So I feel like it's very easy now.
Back with Mike.
What are some of the challenges of Xavier Worthy just from last year's game?
Fast, just like going against Bond, man. Speed kills. So I would say with him, he has the ability to take the top off at all times, and he's a very great player. So I would say you just have to be disciplined and guarding.
In the middle with Katie.
Hey, Jaron. How good was it to see y'all have one interception this weekend, but kind of Sam talked about wanting to see more turnovers. What's the balance of a DB of going for the ball versus staying in coverage?
I would say as a DB, you have to be a risk taker. Ultimately, like when they score a touchdown, you're the one on the back end. So obviously the fans who don't know anything about football, they always look at you. So I would say you just have to know when you want to take those risks. And ultimately in a game, 50-50 balls, you have to win those kind of matchups.
Kington.
Hey Terrion, Saturday allowed for a lot of defensive backs to get a lot of snaps. What were your impressions of just the depth of the room and how you played as a unit?
Like Coach Saban always preaches, you have to always be ready. Never know when your number's going to be called. And this came all the way back in the summer as far as T-Rob, Coach Steele pushing us and really being on us as far as saying you never know when your number's going to be called. So to have position versatility and have position depth, it means the world in this defense.
All right with Charlie.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're pretty close with Jalen Milroe. Just what do you think of his performance and how confident are you guys in his abilities?
I actually was waiting on that question. Jay Mill, that's my Lank brother. Y'all will eventually learn what Lank means. So for him to go out there and have a great performance, as people have been doubting him and kind of like saying that he can't really play the position, he's putting a lot of work, so it's good to see him grow, and I look forward to seeing him have success.
Steven.
I know you got a chance to go up against him during camp, but how have you seen Amari Niblack just come out as a complete tight end in this room?
Amari Black is a mismatch, as Coach Saban said. His physicality, his body presence, and his way to high point the ball makes him like a hybrid kind of player. So to see him have success and really go into games and make it look easy, like I would say the only person stopping him is him.
Mike.
He didn't play in those two Georgia games 2 years ago, but A.D. Mitchell played for Georgia. So what do you remember from his performance and that preparation for him?
I remember watching him kind of in the Georgia game. Obviously, I wasn't playing, so I was focused on our team. But just from watching the tape, very explosive player, 6'4", 190-some pounds, kind of NFL prototype receiver will play on Sunday, so I'm looking forward to that matchup.
Front with Nick.
Yeah, just the receivers as a whole. How have you seen them improve from season ago, or where would you assess that group at?
Coach Wiggins has done a tremendous job with them, and he comes in every day and he's on them. And ultimately, the receivers. They have taken it personal as far as the standard that's been put in front of them, and the guys that have come before them. They've done a very great job of coming in every day and working, and they're going to continue to do that. So I feel like they've really grown a lot.
Tony.
Sorry, I have to ask, what does link mean?
Link means let all naysayers know. So that's my link brother, J Mill.
And just what's behind that message, I guess, for y'all?
Kind of like everybody disrespecting us and everybody doubting us, kind of like with us addressing all the disrespect and really taking it personal. Like we really take that personal. Just as far as when you go out there and like Coach Saban says, you play to the standard, you link them, let all naysayers know.
Nick.
Two quick ones. One, has Saban ever used Link?
You said what?
Has Saban ever used Link?
Nah. I actually got I'm waiting on the right opportunity and the right moment to kind of introduce it to him. But we say it in practice. A couple guys on the team have done it, so like we throw it up, man. Like.
And then you mentioned kind of disrespect and kind of playing off of that. I think the first play of the game, they tried a deep shot. I think against you, and you were able to break it up. So what did that mean in terms of getting some of that disrespect early and being able to play through it?
That was a very personal moment for me. Obviously, last year when I started my sophomore year, wasn't really comfortable. They tried me the first play of the game, and my granddad, like he always told me to stay focused and stay ready. So with them coming at me the first play of this game, I feel like that kind of set the tone for how the season is going to go.
Anything else? Thanks, Terrion.